Next up on Meet Your Candidates is House District 7A, which lies in the eastern portion of the city of Duluth. The Democratic incumbent in this District 7A race is Jennifer Schultz.
Hello, I'm Jen Schultz. For the past 6 years, I've had the pleasure of representing East Duluth in the Minnesota State Legislature. I'm asking for your support as I seek re-election for another 2-year term. I'm an economist with a specialty in healthcare, expertise I have used in St. Paul to help solve problems. But I am also a person who was born to parents who started out with very little and was raised by a single mother. I know firsthand the experience of so many Minnesotans who struggle every day for food, housing, medical care, and other necessities. I remember how it feels to be hungry, and I work every day so no child has this memory. And I work hard to ensure everyone is getting what they need. My agenda in St. Paul is simple: making sure our state works for everyone. In 2020, that means dealing with the terrible challenges of the COVID crisis. We need to repair the damage to our state from the pandemic, but also use this challenge as an opportunity to strengthen our state. We need health care that is affordable for everyone. We need to solve the housing crisis and deal with the underlying causes. We need to protect our environment and create a green economy. We need to rebuild our justice system so it is fair for all people. And we need to eliminate the abuses that we see every day, especially for our Black and Native neighbors. We need to rebuild our public education institutions. Our education system once led the nation in producing an educated workforce and innovations that were the economic engine of our state. And finally, we need to address the economic inequities of a system that is designed to give worker-generated wealth to only a handful of people. I'm proud of the work I've accomplished, such as securing state funds for the expansion of the Duluth Medical District. As chair of the Long-Term Care Committee, I led legislation for the licensing of assisted living facilities, protecting older adults, and helped direct funds to address the COVID crisis. And as a Great Lakes Commissioner, I continually advocate to protect Lake Superior. I introduced bills in the legislature to provide major reforms in Minnesota health care, to establish a public trust to fund long-term care, to reform our tax system to address inequality in our economy, and to protect the value of your vote by making redistricting fair and eliminating gerrymandering. I support dozens of other bills introduced by my colleagues to help working families and to improve our state. I ask for your support and your vote. Together, we can move our state into a future that is truly great for all of us.
The challenger in House District 7A is Republican Tom Sullivan of Duluth.
Hi, I'm Tom Sullivan. I am a patriot and a capitalist. I believe in the American system and the American dream. I believe in the Constitution, and I believe in the spirit of the Constitution: life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. I believe that lives matter, not just some lives, but all lives. I believe in liberty, not just in selecting some liberties to believe in, but all liberties. I support the First and Second Amendments to the Constitution. I believe in the pursuit of happiness, not a guaranteed government promise of happiness. I support safe and responsible mining in our areas. And yes, both are possible and compatible. I will work as your representative for permanent family-supporting jobs in our area. But I will also fight to support those businesses already located inside Duluth and the Northland. Current local businesses, some of whom have, for the most part, either been ignored and allowed to fold up and disappear, or been forced to close because of an overbearing state of Minnesota and local mandate. Minnesota is one of the top 5 states in overall taxation. People here are fleeing to all of our neighboring states, leaving their high Minnesota taxes behind. I will fight to keep taxes from increasing, as well as fight to reduce and eliminate other taxes in order to keep Minnesotans in Minnesota. I'm very proud to say that I'm endorsed by the Minnesota Police and Peace Officers Association, and I received that endorsement before the organization took away all their endorsements from all Minnesota Democrats. Some folks believe that every kid gets a trophy. Everything should be free to everyone, not because they earned it, but just because. Some folks believe government should pay everyone for everything. Everything should be free. No one should have to earn their own money for anything. Guaranteed happiness from your government. Well, Margaret Thatcher said it best when she said, "Socialism works just fine until you run out of other people's money." I oppose Marxism and the Marxist terrorist groups trying to tear down America. And I don't want to defund our police. I support public safety. I support our Duluth Police Department and commend them for the work that they do. I will never vote to defund them. I support responsible mining and the environment. And we can still provide mining jobs in our region, the jobs that our region needs, and still protect our environment. I support business, both current and future, with family supporting jobs. I will oppose any tax increases. I do not support any increase in taxes for the lower and middle classes, period. If elected, I'll do whatever I can to reduce Minnesota taxes. And again, keep Minnesotans in Minnesota. I want to fix our infrastructure. It's no secret that the city of Duluth has significantly mismanaged the desperately needed improvements to our roads and infrastructure. And if elected, I will fight to get public funding directed to our areas that are most needed for the infrastructure updates. This next election is critical. And I believe that the choice is simple. It's easy. Do you want Marxism or freedom? Socialism or the American way of life? Do you want anarchy, looting, and arson, or do you want public safety? Do you want destruction, or do you want a future for your children and grandchildren? And I will conclude by saying, I will never take a knee to anyone but my God. And I'm asking for your vote on November 3rd. Tom Sullivan, and may God bless America, especially the part that we live in here in the Northland.